Graduates, congratulations on reaching this milestone. You, your family, friends, and supporters should be incredibly proud of what you've accomplished. And it really is an honor to be here today to say a few words to mark this occasion. As a mathematician, it seems appropriate to note a few of the numbers that have defined your time as UND students. For instance, one of you will receive the 169,000th degree granted by UND since its first commencement in 1889. On average, you've spent at least 96,000 minutes in class to obtain a four-year degree, and for those who have earned graduate degrees, the total, of course, is just that much greater. Time spent studying? I imagine it may vary, but I've done the arithmetic, and thousands of hours seems a safe estimate. And now here you are, with just a few minutes until you take your final steps as UND students. The next steps to come after will be as UND graduates, and those next steps, as you descend from the stage to take your seat, will be the first as you commence the next stage in your life's journey. Some of you may know where those next steps will take you. Others may be less certain. When I was in your place, I wasn't sure what would come next. Of course, in the sense that we don't know what the future will hold, that's true for all of us. What I mean is that I didn't have a detailed plan, which is weird because I thrive on having a plan. My family can attest to this. As everyone is getting ready for the day, I feel compelled to talk through the day's game plan. Who has to be where by when? Logistics for making it happen. Dinner, prepared by whom and by what time? And the menu? You get the point. But that's the me of today. It seems I was more relaxed and laid back when taking my first steps as a graduate. Although that's not quite true either. The type of plan I just described would be more like a recipe or the turn-by-turn directions from my phone. While staying in the left lane, in a quarter of a mile, turn left onto University Avenue. These types of plans are comforting and reassuring. They're a formula. Subtract 2 from both sides of the equation, divide by 5, and there you have it, the answer. But there's a different type of plan, one that I was following all along, and that I know each of you will be following as well. It's the type of plan that focuses on the principles and values that define each of our characters, such as do the right thing even when no one is looking, be kind and treat others with respect, act with honesty and integrity. It's a long list, and I know each of you has one that you use to guide your decision-making, even if not always consciously. A mathematician would refer to big-picture rules such as do the right thing and act with integrity as axioms. They're the ground rules for approaching the topic at hand, whether geometry, algebra, or calculus. They're higher level, not quite so formula-like, but they're key, the foundation for what you are trying to do. Of course, two people's lists of axioms are likely to differ, and each of our lists will naturally grow with time and experience. This is probably one way to think of what it means to acquire wisdom. Your personal list of rules to live by has grown and been refined. So in addition to those I noted earlier, which axioms have found their way onto my list? More than we have time for today, and so for now I'll focus on 3 that may not have been entirely obvious to me as a new graduate: consistency, adaptability, and opportunity. The first of these, consistency, is not far removed from principles I mentioned earlier, honesty and integrity. It's doing what you say you will do, following through when a commitment has been made. But it's also more than that. For instance, as you take your first steps in your career, things are likely to become difficult. Or perhaps ideas you have aren't met with the enthusiasm you might hope. How will you react? If with determination, perseverance, and diligence, then you have the right idea. It means a consistent approach that isn't subject to change when challenges arise. It's an acknowledgement that throughout our lives, others will need to know what to expect from us, to be able to rely on us for things, both professionally and personally. The next item I mentioned was adaptability. But wait, be both consistent and adaptable? Yes, consistent in the face of difficulties and challenges, but adaptable enough to know when something isn't working, when a change in approach may be necessary. It means adapting to new information or to new insights. I see the tension between these two axioms when helping students think through problems, where it's important to balance not giving up too soon against abandoning an approach that isn't leading to results. It's also present when working with those around us, navigating differences of opinion by balancing between principled stands, making compromises, and finding common ground. The great news is that the ability to navigate the interplay between consistency and adaptability is a hallmark of the degree you've just earned. Your UND degree means you know how to learn and how to analyze situations, that you know what to do as you encounter new circumstances, new discoveries, and unexpected challenges. The final item on my list concerns recognizing and being open to opportunities. Opportunities are what help us find our niche and open doors. I think of this as my just say yes axiom. It's the idea that building a happy and fulfilling life and career is more than just following a basic formula. For instance, my undergraduate degree, as you heard, is not in mathematics, and it did not point in any obvious way to the trajectory my career has followed. As things have turned out, I've had the good fortune to pursue interests in various areas, and I spend as much of my time writing, planning, and organizing as I do calculating and computing. Had I not said yes at a number of critical points, I would have missed opportunities for growth, opportunities that have helped define my career. I predict the same will be true for you. Perhaps it has already begun with opportunities you are pursuing or that are on the horizon. And here too, just as with consistency and adaptability, the degree you've earned demonstrates your ability to succeed when opportunities present themselves. You have the knowledge and skills to make the most of the situations that lie ahead, whether those situations look like your expected trajectory or represent a unique unfolding of opportunities. To close, I'd like to return to some of the numbers that have defined your time as a UND student. These numbers are much more important than the ones I mentioned earlier, and only you will know what they are. Number of friendships formed while at UND. Number of teachers and mentors who have had an impact on your education. Number of family and friends who have supported you. So while you navigate the many other numbers that will be part of your life, don't overlook those that define your network of support. People who are rooting for you, who will be there during life's milestones. Those who provide consistency when you need it, and who help you adapt to whatever comes your way. Those who are mentors, who see your potential and offer guidance to ensure you recognize opportunities for growth and advancement. And a final number, the number of doors opened by your UND education. This number will continue to grow in the months and years ahead as you are guided by your personal list of axioms for life. And whatever it contains, know that the achievements that bring you here today mean that your list is a plan that leads to success. You've done it. You are a graduate of the University of North Dakota. Know that we are proud of all that you've accomplished, and we look forward to your future success. Thank you.